particular problem, you're kind of combining the multiplying and dividing. So regardless of what you're doing, let's convert everything into multiplication and factor all the parts independently. So our first expression, y squared minus 9, has a factored form. So it factors into the sum and difference of the terms being squared. So y plus 3 times y minus 3. Now this division is only applying to this fraction. It's not going to apply to everything that falls beyond it. So when we, instead of dividing by this fraction, we're going to invert and multiply. So let's move the 2y plus 10 up. While we move it up, we can remove what common factor? 2, leaving a y plus 5. And we can factor the expression in the numerator. Bless you. Okay, and when we factor that and move it down to the denominator, there's binomial factors. First terms of y, those are the only two terms that FOIL to give you a first of y squared. Our last two terms here have to give a product of 15 and a sum of plus 8, so those factors are 5 and 3. And then our final factor just stays as it is. Okay, so once we have this all written as one multiplication, we can now start canceling common factors. So the y plus 3's cancel, the y minus 3's cancel, the y plus 5's cancel. And so as we move across here, we just get 2 times 1 is equal to 2. There's no other factors involved in this, so that's your solution. Because we did cancel common factors from the denominator, we do need to check these. So we know that y cannot be a negative 5, a negative 3, or a positive 3. Now, anytime you see a division, you need to pay careful attention, because when you look at the fractions involved when you invert and multiply, there's no factors in that entire fraction that can ever equal 0. And so that accounts for the division by 0 of the original form, as well as the division by 0 when you invert and multiply. And so when we look at this factored form here, every factor got canceled out, so we don't need to worry about it. And if this factor of y plus 5 had not been canceled out, we still would have had to include this domain restriction of y cannot equal negative 5. And so again, be aware of that when you're working through these.